Hey. Hey, man, it's Thursday night, man. Thursday night. We're a little bit later than normal. A lot of stuff is going on this Thursday. But ATL Flag Football Podcast, man. See, you still got New Jack on there. Yeah, y'all want it. Yeah, man. ATL Flag Football Podcast, man. We're going to jump in real quick and just do a quick All-Star game recap. James going to be in a minute to talk about the upcoming season. Any questions came about. And we're going to keep it moving, man. You know what I mean? Because we try to keep things going with the Flag Football Podcast. So, before we get into it, man, got a couple off topics real quick. So, Dwayne, you got all these rap battles going on, man. You got these rap beefs, man. I'm glad it's some of these bigger name rap beefs, so these shouldn't end in anything nobody's, cause these young guys, when they had these rap beefs, man, these jokers turn up there gonna bodies out there, man. These folk want to shoot out. So you got some, you know what I mean, which is kind of crazy. But what you think about these current rap beefs, man?
Well, I just want to say two things, all right? Before and get this out there, I'm from Atlanta. Okay. So, in the Quavo Chris Brown beef, I gotta ride with Quavo. Unfortunately.
Wait.
Though I think Chris Brown.
Okay.
This song was way better. Okay.
Yeah. So you're rocking with Quavo from ATL perspective.
It's more like I like Ether more than I like Takeover, but I fuck with Jay-Z more. You know what I'm saying? So I still listen to Ether
because Ether.
Yeah. But it was crazy. But like I said, it didn't make me lose love for Jay-Z, even though it was a great diss. So same thing with Quavo and Chris Brown. Like Chris Brown diss was good, and like I said, probably better than Quavo's. But Quavo's diss was good, but it did not make me dislike Quavo because I like Chris Brown verse more. So that's how I kind of looked at it. And then, like I said, because Quavo from Atlanta, them points kind of brought him up over the top. So now they beef to me is even. You know what I'm saying?
What beef is even?
Quavo and Chris Brown.
Because his response?
Because he from Atlanta.
Oh.
Not because of
the Atlanta thing.
Yeah. Right. Like the Atlanta thing gotta keep it, keeping it close, as opposed to if it was Chris and then it would, let's just say a three. Like, let's just say Big Sean or something. You know what I'm saying? He just killed Big Sean. Even though I do like Big Sean, he ain't from Atlanta. So if Big Sean didn't come back with a better diss, I'm going with with Chris Brown, just because it is a better diss. So Chris Brown diss is definitely better than Quavo's. But Quavo, being from Atlanta, adding Takeoff to the beat, made his song just under it. So he ain't really losing. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like a draw. Like if you was scored in boxing, Chris Brown got the 10, Quavo got the 9, but they still fighting each round. So that's how I look at that beef.
So you like Bad Boys, we ride together, we die. That's how you feel ATL. We ride.
Yeah.
Bad Boys for life.
It's like, because let me say this, right? All right, I give you another beef, like a Gucci Man and Jeezy, right? Mm-hmm. So both of them from Atlanta, right? Okay. So it's hard to tell you who won, but Gucci Man from the East Side. So I'm from the East Side. So Gucci Man really up on Jeezy, even up just from a sheer fact that I know him. He's from my side of town. So I gotta roll with my side. You know what I'm saying? And Jeezy from Macon. You know what I'm saying? So Augusta, one of them foreign cities. So because he not from
the
I gotta ride with my guy. So that's just on that beef.
All right. I accept that because Chris Brown.
No, that
verse. Hey,
let me say this.
And I heard Quavo's response. You know what I mean? But
now Quavo's is a song. Chris Brown's is a diss. Quavo's is a song.
Chris Brown went in,
and it's more like
Quavo, it was just like he's like, everybody was, you gotta respond.
Correct.
And he threw something together.
And he threw
because
something
it was
together.
Like, what's
but
this?
it's a song. So that's why I said it's more like the takeover and Chris Brown shit is ether. Okay. All right.
Yeah, Chris Brown definitely.
yeah,
ether.
Chris
It's
went for
ether.
the
You know what I'm
jugular.
saying?
Chris Brown
And-
ether.
He went for the jugular.
and Quavo's is takeover. You know what I'm saying? A song on the album that you can still play. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to,
I'll take that comparison.
you know what I'm saying? You listen to Chris Brown. You can't even play Chris Brown diss in the club. Everybody might leave. You know what I'm saying? Girls and guys. Oh, somebody finna start shooting. You hear that?
Hey, man.
But when you hear Quavo's song, you probably gonna let it ride out through the club. You probably don't even know it's about Chris Brown. You just happy. Huh? Oh, I got you. No. I zoomed it out. I got you.
Yeah, Quavo that was extra whack.
It wasn't extra whack,
Yes, it
man.
was.
The
It
sheer
was extra
fact.
whack.
In
Let me say that.
comparison to what Chris Brown spit off.
It
Boy,
was like,
listen,
you could've left her.
let me
You didn't even have to put that out there.
let me help my boy out. Let me add something to my boy. Listen, man.
Go ahead. What you
He brave though.
And
okay?
that's what somebody
All right?
said.
Okay?
Takeoff verse was better than his.
But, it did. But this is what I'm saying. The verse probably wasn't even about Chris Brown. So it was about whoever Takeoff was mad at the time, and he probably just infused it into this beat. So that's what I'm saying. That creativeness.
The man said
Gave it
everybody wish you the one who died.
I know he said that, but nobody really believes that. We love
But it
Quavo.
sound
We
good,
love
though.
Quavo. We
It
love
was
Quavo.
hard.
Come on, man.
That junk went crazy, man.
Nah, let me say that Chris Brown got the
And
second
then
hardest
Quavo,
diss out
all
right
he
now.
was saying was, pussy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, okay, you ran out of words that quick?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, you
you know,
said
the
it
Migos
ain't
are-
about women, but it's obviously you made it about women. It's like,
Yeah, you know.
it was.
I saw a meme that said Quavo's response was proof that was let everybody know that he is not from Atlanta. He's from Gwinnett.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I mean we know he is, but they was just saying that's
That's
the
a-
response lets you know
That,
he won't from
that's
Atlanta.
a suburb of Atlanta, and
But,
because
yeah,
it's a
it
suburb
was
of
whack.
Atlanta, you get points on
It was-
in my book.
You don't get no
Unfortunately,
points for that.
Unfortunately, but
His position is because he's from Atlanta, he got to give him the points for it because
No.
because
No.
Yeah.
That's that participation trophy everybody was yelling at me about.
correct. Let me
that's
say
a
this:
participation award.
you dead right. He
funny.
definitely is getting a participation award.
That's funny.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm
That
not
was
disagreeing
horrible.
with you.
And don't get me, I like the Migos, I like Quavo, but after hearing that, I just wish he would not have responded. He should have did what Usher did. Don't respond.
You know, Chris Brown is so talented. You know what I'm saying? Anything he does is going to be good.
That's what he said. You got body by the
So that's why I
R&B
said
nigga.
it didn't really. It didn't
You got
really.
body by the
yeah,
R&B.
it really
Hey,
didn't
hey,
matter
know what
what
he said
Quavo
now.
said. The fact that
And he
he's an
did.
R&B singer and he was that creative to do that. He was.
Hey,
he lost. He
creative,
was
and
lost.
the flow is crazy.
He lost. He
Hey,
lost.
and the flow is crazy.
Exactly. So yeah. Now I gotta ride for my boy because at the end of the day, Atlanta stick together. All right. So Chris Brown, leave my boy alone. All right. Y'all both fucking the same hoes. All right. Everybody fucking the same hoes as is. So hey man.
I mean,
he said he hit head when they were still together.
yeah, that's what he said. You got my ex after she was over, but I'm doing yours while y'all was
I gotta
together.
take up for my cuz, okay? I ain't gonna let her go down like that. I don't
Yeah.
know, sweetie. This cousin.
It was
I'm sorry,
so
I don't
weak,
know what
Dwayne,
happened. All right,
that
all
Chris
right?
Brown don't even have to respond because
doesn't.
he didn't have a comeback.
He doesn't.
He don't need to respond to that.
Sweetie, this is your cousin talking. I don't know what happened between you and Chris Brown, but he's using it on leverage against Quavo.
Hey,
Okay,
it works.
She ain't denied it.
we might need you to send a screenshot. Or something.
Yeah,
Let us
she
know
ain't
something.
denied it.
So yeah, but oh yeah, whenever y'all ready to talk about that Kendrick though, I'm ready.
I still gotta hear it. Yeah, I ain't heard it yet.
I don't even know what it's about yet, so I'm gonna have to research.
So this is what I'll say. All right. You know, and then what I'll say is based on academics, you know, because he's pretty in the know. Mm-hmm. He said that this is 93% accurate. Okay, and that sounds like a good number. All right, but into this, that shit like the wood sound crazy.
Really?
He started off with some slow music, kind of hit him with some poetry. Then he gave him the truth, you know, Then after he gave him the truth, he went into his little personality. You know how Kung Fu Kitty do. In the personality, he gave him some more truth. And
They
then
said it was 6 minutes worth.
yeah, man,
6 minutes
6
worth of
minutes
just
worth of hits. And like I said, man, I was in. Listen, for all y'all say that Kendrick Lamar don't have another hit, which like that is a hit because it's been playing on the radio. It's top song in the nation. So he got a hit with his diss record, the first one.
Go with this record been on the radio like that?
Yeah, the Future and Kendrick. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's been on the radio for the last month. It's like I said, I think it's number 1 on the charts. But this record's a hit too. I was in the grocery store today. It was a nigga listening to his AirPods in the grocery store, rapping word for word out loud. And if y'all don't believe me, I got the video on my phone because I was shocked. Okay, I was like, this song came out 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying?
Too funny.
Ain't no way you know it word for word. And let me say this. This is how I know he was really listening to it. Because I seen him on one aisle singing it. I went on another aisle and he was still on another verse. And I was like, he's singing it over again.
Right.
So that means that's a hit.
I'm listening at it tonight.
That's a hit.
Okay.
That's a hit. You know what I'm saying? And man, listen, and he might have sent Drake to counseling. That's how hard it was.
Oh wow.
He told him he don't raise his son. He said he don't put on for the culture. He said he's making people dumb because of the raps he says. He doesn't elevate his people or motivate his people. All in the rap. Man. Then he said he was Terrence Crawford. And we know who Bud is.
Damn.
The damn champ. Okay.
Ouch. Yeah, I'm gonna listen.
You gotta listen to
I'm gonna listen to it tonight, man.
He broke it down too.
I'm gonna do it tonight for sure. All right, real quick, man.
And he said if you got 20 ghostwriters, he write against all of them. Drake.
That what he said.
So bring all 20 of them. He said, yada all them niggas. Bean.
Well, I didn't like Drake's with the AI stuff.
I didn't either.
I thought that was corny.
Cornball.
Yeah, I thought that was corny. I was like,
Because you don't know
really,
Tupac.
Yeah,
You ain't never even met Tupac.
or Biggie.
Or Biggie.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? And let me say this. To use Snoop and he alive.
Yeah, Snoop. Yeah.
And you not go to him is corny too. Because let me say this. Snoop probably would have been super okay with it. Just to, might be for the battle, like just for the, the competition, the sport. But to use AI, cornball.
So I saw a little
Yeah, I didn't like that at all.
online. I ain't know nothing about all this stuff, but I saw a little animation on Instagram with Snoop calling Drake and was like, "Hey Drake, nephew, when did we write that?"
He said, when did we write
He
it?
said, "I know I get high, but when was
said,
we
"No,
on
I
the
get
track
high."
together?" He said, "Cause I don't remember that one. How high was I?"
That's funny. That's funny. He was all the way gone. You read the whole rap.
And let me say this: it was a cute tactic if pulled off right. You know what I'm saying? Except for the Tupac thing, I wouldn't have never used the Tupac thing. I would have more used like a Dr. Dre because him and Dr. Dre are cool. You know what I'm saying? So I'd have used Snoop and Dre. Now that would have been dope just because them two West Coast folks telling him like, "Boy, you tripping?" You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Pac was saying. Like, he was trying to, but it was Drake rapping, so it kind of sucks. But what I'm saying is, if he would have used Dr. Dre, a West Coast lesson, and not use Tupac, and the reason why he can't use Tupac is not from the West Coast. Just because he was claiming Cali signed on death row, he is from Brooklyn, New York. What are you talking about, man? Tupac is from Brooklyn. He's an East Coast rapper. You know what I'm saying? So to use Pac, you know what I'm saying? Pac ain't even from the West. You know what I'm saying? Like
He's not from the West.
He
but
just claimed it
But
when
he
he was
lived there. He lived there for a long time.
Yeah.
He got his chops rapping on the West Coast. When he was on the East Coast, he was just an actor. You know what I mean? He didn't really blow up he didn't really hit the scene as a rapper until he got to the West Coast. Before Death Row with Digital Underground. You know what I mean? So that's why he claims the West Coast, because he actually lived there. It ain't like he claims something he wasn't there. He actually lived there. So, but I get it. But AI jump was corny. So real quick, man. Deion Sanders back in the news again. Shador You know, you got all these guys leaving. A few of them, a lot of them. I won't say a lot of them, but some
61% of the team has left.
Some of them are saying a lot of negative things about the culture and whatnot.
So funny. Wow. Wonder if anybody, predicted that.
Charleston White.
Surely nobody could have ever thought Dion wasn't a good coach.
I definitely
So
motivator. Great motivator. The best.
well, listen. My only issue with how they're portraying it is as if these things aren't happening at every program in the country. You know what I mean? This transfer portal stuff has made it so much. These kids don't have to compete anymore. You know what I mean? They don't have to compete anymore. You lost your starting job. I mean, the little running back transferred. It's the same running back that stayed on Deion Sanders' sofa. This kid grew up with your kids. You know what I mean? And because he brought in some other running backs that are going to challenge you, now you bailing. You know what I mean? You're scared of the challenge.
Well, some of the players said Dion was coming up to him and said, "You ain't good enough. Go find another place to play."
Now, James, he said that in his
Deion's
introductory press conference, too. So he been telling them that he ain't
Deion
enough.
said to them the first year that I told them kids that to see who would accept the challenge. And
Okay,
the
that
one
was the
kid
first
who would have
year.
started. So
This was now.
What's going to change? The same concept.
Yeah.
It's the same concept. Hey, man, I'm bringing in some more talent. What you
Okay.
going to do? Type thing. And then
We gonna
all
let
them
you have that talent
offensive linemen
and
left,
win
but
4
they-
games
all the-
again.
All the offensive linemen that left, you got the man's son sat 50 a college record 52 times. Bye. I don't want you. Why would I want y'all anyway? You know what I mean?
Agreed.
I'm just
Kamani
saying.
McClain, on high school coach, said this kid
Isn't- yeah.
is an issue.
Has an issue.
You know what I mean? So him not going to practice and being late and all that stuff is an ongoing thing for
So
the
why
kid.
did you
because
accept him?
Well, I mean, he was the number one DB, and you feel like I'm Deion Sanders. If I can't coach you, who can? You know what I mean? And you came to me, and you uncoachable.
Yeah.
You undisciplined. So I'm gonna call you out on it. And he said I'm gonna call him out on it.
Correct.
You couldn't handle it. You ran from it. So
I'll say this, too. The only thing I don't like about it, because I definitely like the Twitter and stuff with the recruits,
Mike
and the
Hines
crew.
said you only got a certain amount of scholarships. You bring in players, some got to leave. Simple
Yeah.
as that. They
Yeah.
do that everywhere. I was D2, and our coach used to tell people he's not renewing their scholarship next season if you're not doing what you're supposed to do. Absolutely.
But that's the way you go about
and that's the
saying
only
it.
reason. Let me just say that. That's the only reason I I'm not against the transfer portal is because it used to be when you signed a scholarship, you signed a 4-year scholarship. They changed that junk, so now you sign a scholarship. It's a one. It's like option. You got option years. It's 4. It's 4 option years. You know, 3 option years, whatever the case may be.
Don't perform, they can pull it.
So they can pull you. So that's the only reason I'd be like, well, if you can get rid of me, I should be able to move on as well. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I totally agree with that because I
Yeah.
feel like it should be the same way in the NFL. When the owners
And
holler
shout out my
about-
boy Mike Hines. Man, I just found out Mike Hines is from P-Town. Did you know that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that, man.
He from
He
A,
grew up
the
with my
VA.
brother and sister in Virginia in Charlestown, man. That's dope. We just found it out the other day. I wouldn't call my fam. I say, man, y'all know Mike Hines? Yeah, that's pretty dope, man. What's up, bro? I didn't know that though.
Yeah,
So
so
Monty still ain't found a school yet. Should tell you something.
correct. Especially
it
if
should
he
tell you
if he
something,
a five
shouldn't it,
star.
Charles?
Yeah. And like I said, the thing I don't like is the going back and forth with the, like I said, the parents and the other recruits online. Like this, I'll even let Shador and Shiloh slide on it. Dion shouldn't be doing it. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean? What are you saying?
Well, he's had a couple of tweets where, like I said,
Dion.
Yeah, Dion.
Okay.
The father tweeted him, and then the other recruits retweeted him about some things, and he responded. You know what I'm saying? One of the response was like about his son. He was like, "My son going top 5. I got time today." You know what I'm saying? But I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just telling you that if, as a coach,
It's not necessary.
it's not necessary.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And it makes you look childish. You know what I'm saying? Like to stoop down to the level of the parents. Yeah, like nah, don't do that.
Not your level.
Not your
You're Hall of Fame.
Hall of Fame, man.
Deion
Stay up there,
Sanders.
man.
Yeah,
and your sons are that good. And you know what I'm saying? You have put in work in getting other people's sons to NFL. So you shouldn't even have to go back and forth. Like you know what I'm saying? Your reputation is in stone. You know, like I say, they can't taint it. You know what I'm saying? Even this, to me, doesn't taint Deion Sanders, the football player or the coach. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still think that Deion is a great motivator and a great coach, because some coaches are just motivators. You know what I'm saying? So I don't want it to be misconstrued as I don't like Deion. I definitely like him. I just don't like the tactics of, being petty. You know what I'm saying?
So
like,
James, is your dislike of Deion, did you have this issue with him prior to him leaving Jackson, or is it just because of that scenario? Is that scenario? So prior to, you had no issue. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, man. Listen, James, man, I'm an HBC alumnus too, man. I ain't taking it that hard.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I ain't taking it that hard.
You got a petty too.
But I say this, James. I heard this on the podcast other day. And this is why Deion deserves what he deserves. The Colorado University has had 60,000 new student applications. 28% of those students black. 21% of those students Hispanic. So what I will say is, before Deion got there, the school was less than 10% black in general. Now that he's there,
the area is in is still racist.
I'm not saying they ain't racist. I'm just telling you that
Been there.
the man
Couple
is
times.
money. The
Now, I would like
man.
to see out of that percentage how many of them got accepted. I'd be curious to know that number.
I agree too.
Yeah, that go look.
I agree
way
too.
different.
They didn't get the number, but
Yeah, I'd be curious to know that number.
But what I will say too though is just that sheer fact is
No,
he
that's
worth
dope.
it. Makes
Yeah,
him
no,
worth it.
I mean,
Makes him
it's-
worth it. You
But
know
let
what I'm
me
saying?
also add too. Another reason is the university. Having been there twice and seeing the level of racism displayed towards my HBCU when we were
Okay.
playing them, I'm like, yeah, I can't support you going there.
So had he went to another non,
I'm not gonna say that. I'm
Okay.
just saying, but that
That's
adds
added
extra
fuel to the fire.
fire. Yes.
I got you. I got you. Well, he had to take the opportunity where it was presented, and and he made some of them good old white folk, talk good about that their brother. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like Deion. I'm a Deion fan. I've been impressed with Shador. I do agree they should kill some of the back and forth. You know what I mean? I think that comes up with maturity as far as the kids go. Because I know Shador and Shiloh had some responses as well. And, Shador was like, I don't even know who he was.
Yeah,
you know
I
what
was going to mention that. You're not Deion. You don't have the
Yeah,
privilege to
yeah,
say
you
that.
don't have the privilege to say
You
that.
don't even have a college resume to say that.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you the man on campus. Yeah, you're a millionaire now, but come on, man. That's
Because of your daddy.
100%. I mean, we all know that. But I don't think he's in that position I didn't like that. You know what I mean? And I think, you had your shine, you had your watch thing, but now all the pressure's on you. So I think it's time to grow up a little bit, start showing a little more maturity, you know what I mean, and get yourself prepared to be an NFL quarterback. And they're gonna look at all those things as well. Mm-hmm. So, but I don't think they're dealing with anything different than a lot of the other schools are dealing with in terms of transfer and all that stuff.
Transfer portal.
Yeah,
I think it's just glorified because it's Deion.
It's 100. No, you don't think. It's
I know,
100%
yeah,
glorified
it's-
because of Deion.
But do you think there's another school out there with 61%?
Yeah, I do.
Well, but James, the 61% is total since he's been there. So you got to count the people that was there when he said that first thing, and them people transferred out, and the people now. So it's still not a good
Trust
number.
and believe he gonna
but
be.
It's a lot.
It ain't gonna hurt
Yeah.
their numbers on that team.
Correct.
You know what I mean? And everything that he's lost, he's gonna be able to bring in. You know, the transfer portal goes both ways. You know what I'm saying? You know, if they transfer it out, he's gonna bring some in. Because there's a lot of, keep this in mind. What people know for sure, at least for this coming season, for sure, you're gonna be on primetime television.
Correct.
And that's all recruits want. Well, that's all they used to want. Now it's the NIL deal.
They want some money
and I think the NIL deal might be over primetime television now. But they want the NIL deal and they want to be on primetime because they need to be seen. You know what I mean? And you know, you're gonna be seen on that field with Colorado. You're gonna be on primetime games. You know, the whole nation's gonna be up to see what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? At least, especially if you're winning. Now, if you're losing, you know, they'll start dying down midway through the season. You know,
like last year.
Well, they still watched last year. They still watched last year.
They went all the way to
But
like
this coming year, no, even with losing, people still watching. But I'm saying this coming season, if it falters like that again, I think it'll die off. They'll be like, oh, this is a farce. You know what I mean?
James was right.
James was right.
But so how many win? We talked about
maybe 5.
You know,
Maybe 5.
because I know he got to show improve. He going bowling this year.
I just hope. I don't know what the schedule. You seen the schedule?
I can put it up.
You know what I mean? The question gonna be how many cupcakes did they put on the schedule? I hope they put about 3 of them on the schedule. I mean, let's face facts, man. Shoot, Georgia plays 3 cupcakes a year. Alabama plays 3 cupcakes a year. You know, all the big schools play 2 or 3 cupcakes a year.
Yeah, we don't
you know
got
what I
that
mean?
this year.
Who? Georgia?
Yeah.
Since when?
Remember Texas and what's the name came into, so now they changed up the schedule.
Mm.
We got all hard. All right, we gonna go it. August 29th, North Dakota State.
They should win that. Although North Dakota State is a good
Correct.
was FCS?
FCS school.
FCS.
Mm-hmm.
They're a good FCS
Nebraska,
school.
September 7th.
That's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, because they got a 5-star, some recruits in, and a new coach. Their homecoming game is Colorado State. Third game of the season.
You said Colorado State. Mm-hmm. That's the rematch.
Mm-hmm. Baylor is right after. So it has homecoming.
Still a Big 12 game now.
Yeah,
The Big 12 now.
So Baylor.
I ain't heard but one possible win.
And then they got Central Florida, UCF.
Central Florida. They should win. They should beat Central Florida.
Okay. And I'll tell you last year's matchup. Baylor beat them 31-25. All right.
But they had Baylor.
They did. They let them go. Yeah, I agree. Central Florida. Then you got Kansas State. Damn.
I'm waiting on the second win.
Kansas State gonna be
I'm waiting on the second win.
And his recruit with this Kansas State too. The running back with the Kansas State.
Trying to say, like, that's crazy. Arizona, that's a loss. They still got that quarterback. And they lost last year. The score was, that was another one they let them off the hook, 34-31. Yeah.
I'm waiting on the second win.
What you say? You said UCF in North Dakota State.
No, dang. You don't think they're gonna be Central Florida?
When they go bowling, just let me know where AMC is.
You don't think they're gonna be? Let me say this. Let me say this. I don't even think, even though I think rivalry games are hard, I think they're gonna beat Colorado State this year. Yeah. I don't think that receiver's still there, and I don't think that defensive end's still there.
If he brings in the proper recruits, they should definitely beat
him. They should beat them.
Okay.
But who else you got, real quick?
All right, Arizona, Cincinnati. That's probably a win, man.
Oh, that's right. K-State quarterback did go to Ohio State, Charles. You're right.
So, Cincinnati, Texas Tech. That's a win. Texas Tech don't do nothing but put up points. We know they ain't got no defense.
Oh, they don't do nothing but put up points.
But that's what
putting up points.
No, Colorado. Let me say that Colorado ain't got no problem putting up points. They problem is stopping folks. Utah, that's a loss.
They're gonna definitely lose Utah.
Yeah. Kansas.
So
Kansas so-so.
That's so-so.
What you telling me is that they're gonna be 4-7 again?
Nah, because only got after Kansas they got Oklahoma State.
They won 4 games last year.
Did they win 4?
Yeah, they were 4.
They went 3 and they won 1 game after that.
Yeah, so it's a duplicate of the same schedule.
Yeah.
At the end of the schedule?
Yeah. Oklahoma State, last game of the season.
Get drugged,
And so once again,
Score drug.
there's no improvement in
Oklahoma
that
State always playing hard at the
It
end of
might
the
be
year.
a
If they ain't
worse
doing nothing,
record.
they
They
doing
might
good
go,
at the end of the year.
Who made their schedule this year?
I don't know, man. Yeah, Dion.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But like
man.
I said, just let me know where
They went-
AMF Bowling
I got
Lane's
four.
at,
I got
and
four
will
wins
go.
though. North Dakota State, Colorado, Nebraska.
Central
Colorado
Florida.
State and Central Florida. That's
That's
4
4.
wins.
They might be a still one win. They might get 5.
The Cincinnati too. I feel like they should beat
Cincinnati,
10.
yeah.
If they
Yeah.
steal a win, they go blow a win.
Dang, James.
Damn, James.
4-7.
They blew most of their games last
Yeah.
year though.
All of them actually.
They only got blown out twice last
Twice.
year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They blew all the games last year.
Move along. There's
Yeah,
nothing
we're
to
moving
see there.
All right. All right, James. Let's wrap up this All-Star game. Final wrap up the whole season here, man. Yeah, the All-Star game last week. Had the award ceremony. Let me just do my little. Let me just chop in first, right?
Okay.
And I'm gonna say this to Shockwave, and I'm gonna say this to all the other teams out there. You know, and I hope everybody gets a chance to see this, man. I want to first say, and everybody knows me, knows I don't do no brown noses to nobody. You know what I mean? So I just keep it real. I commend this man next to me for this All-Star game and this award ceremony. I've been in this flag football world since 19. Dang.
That's
Just
19.
saying 19, right? Since 1998, I believe. 97, 98, when I first started playing flag football. Yeah, 'cause I was still a police officer at the time. And there's never been an award ceremony for the teams in the league. Never. No one's ever even considered it. No one's ever thought about it. It wasn't even, you know what I mean, a mention. And I want to say somebody tried to do an All-Star game before. I think Golden tried to do an All-Star game before, if I'm not mistaken. Offense and defense at the end of at the playoffs, but not an award ceremony, and not the number of awards were given out. So I'm just saying to you teams, man, and I say this because I was at the award ceremony, and I was disappointed at the turnout because this is something, man, that he's doing for the league. And he doesn't have to do. And everybody keep talking about, cause I said the other day at the meeting, man, I said, I don't count nobody's pockets. I don't care. I don't care how much somebody makes in their business. You know what I'm saying? It's not my business. Whether he makes money or not, stop counting people's pockets, man. That junk is lame as a mug. Don't count nobody's pockets. Somebody providing something that everybody loves to do, right? And that award stuff and all that stuff, man, I'm pretty sure it's not in your league fees. This is something that he's doing for you all, for the league. And I think the junk, and I'm saying this, I think the junk is super dope. I'm straight up. I think it's super dope that you give back to your league like that. You know what I mean? Because nobody else ever does it. You know, so people talking about this money chasing, all that other BS, man. Look at all the other leagues and the cost and what they ever done for anybody. You know what I'm saying? You know, we paid almost the same amount of money, maybe a little less back then, but not much more. And we played for T-shirts. It wasn't no cash prize. Well, man, we played for T-shirts and one trophy. You know what I mean? Like you said, at the end of the day, it might be. Yeah. Wasn't no ring, wasn't no individual trophy, wasn't none of that BS, man. So what are y'all? My point is, man, y'all should really be sometimes I think people take things for granted. They don't understand, but all you old heads know what I'm talking about. Harvey G, Gates, all you guys who've been around for a long time. Y'all know what I'm saying, man. You know what I mean? So I think don't take this job for granted, because if it be somebody like me and how I am, if I put that junk out like that and folks didn't show up I'd be like, man, bump this. I'll say that little extra money. Hey, that'll be me.
Me money.
Hey, listen, that'd be me. I'd be like, I won't do this again. You know what I mean? But this man's really doing a jump for the league. So I just say to say, man, everybody, worst case scenario, every team should have a representative at that award ceremony. Every team should have a representative. Worst case scenario, every team should have a rep at a award ceremony. You don't know who's gonna win. It shouldn't matter. Everybody who goes to the Oscars and all the other shows, man, you don't know who's gonna win, but everybody shows up. You know what I mean? Unless they just, couldn't make it. But somebody from your team should be there to represent. Hopefully multiple people. But, the man had the food laid out, man, the whole 9 yards, man. So I'm just saying to you guys, I think we should have more respect. And this is our first time doing it, so I was really impressed. You know what I mean? You guys who've been in the league for a while, I think y'all just got spoiled. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just spoiled. You know what I mean? But I think y'all should take advantage of this jump man before he decides I ain't going to spend his extra stuff. And then the All-Star game, a lot of you guys just didn't show up. Shout out to the guys who said they wasn't going to make it for whatever the reasons were. But a lot of y'all just didn't even show up. Didn't say nothing. I mean, I think that junk is bad, man, because there was other people in that league that would have loved to have had the opportunity to play out there. You know what I mean? He could have put alternates out there. You know what I'm saying? So if he wasn't going to be there, just say he wasn't going to be there so he could, take that junk into consideration. I said this to my team as well because we had guys that didn't show up. Shout out to my man Charles. Shout out to Dwayne. Shout out to T-Mac. Came and left because it was running late, but they still came out there. You know what I mean? But the rest of it, so man, y'all need to really respect and appreciate what somebody's giving to you because he doesn't have to do it. That junk comes out of his own pocket. Whether you feel like leave fee, whatever, y'all, it's easy math. You know what I'm saying? Junk, it's real easy math. You know what I'm saying? So if you really do the math, you'll really know he's giving back to you guys, man. So don't take that junk for granted. So anyway, that's my soapbox, man. But I just want to say, man, I appreciate it. I think it's super, super dope. No one's ever done that jump before. You know what I mean? Only time you saw awards was you didn't see it. Not in the league. You didn't see it. It didn't happen.
It didn't happen.
It didn't happen. You know what I mean? So I think it's super dope, man. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna definitely get on my squad about it. You know what I'm saying? So, we not gonna do that junk again, but I just think, man, I think it's super dope. What you about to say?
Now, I was gonna just piggyback on this. The way James grows the league is excellent. And the product you put on is excellent. And not only is it excellent, you're black. So it's black excellence. So I want to give you your flowers. Like I told Lo, man, I show up for the people who appreciate me. So the things you do are appreciation to us. So I show up for the people who appreciate me. Second, if you are a new team in the league and a current team in the league, if you don't do anything, use it as your banquet. It's a nice restaurant.
Good point.
They serve great food. He had it laid out. Nobody left hungry. So it was more than enough food, more than enough seats, private, section. So like Lo said, man, take advantage of it. Use all your opportunities to your advantage. Not to mention, we met the new team, right? And as soon as I seen him, I knew him, you know what I'm saying? So I was able to fellowship with him because we knew each other because he has played with some other teams in the league. And the fact that he came back to the league shows how big your league is. Because I don't even remember if I played him in your league. I might have played him in like an A-Town or ASC. You know what I'm saying? So to think that, you're growing, and you're still putting on a good product, man, you guys got to support this, man. And to the people who have negative connotations on anything, understand this. There's nothing bigger than networking. In flag football, I've been playing flag football for over 20 years. This sounds crazy, but this is fact. Every time I go to another state, not even to play flag football, I see somebody I met playing flag football. From D.C. to Philly to Florida to Texas, where I've been to California, to Las Vegas, to Ohio, to Baltimore. everywhere I've been, even when I'm not playing flag football. This is crazy. It's a crazy stat. I don't care what nobody says, and people can bet me on this. When I'm in the airport, I see somebody I know playing flag. I met playing flag football. It's crazy, and they recognize me, right? So what that means is not only am I in my city, I'm everywhere, and these people, even if you don't know them, they know you. You know what I'm saying? Or they'll say, yeah, I follow you on Facebook. And I'm like, yeah, I do. You know what I'm saying? But the way I met them was flag football. So if you use this network that we got here to your advantage, because in this world, it's about networking, you have one of the largest networks of people in flag football. Do not take that for granted, man. I asked for a plumber a month ago, man. I got a plumber in an hour. Network. Understand that. And like I said, they came from flag football. So somebody that plays flag football made some money off of me because of network. So just understand that, you may don't got the time, find the time. Because what's crazy about James' event, the second event I went to, I brought my daughter because I had to bring her with me. So he's not turning kids away. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's more than enough room. And he is showing you guys appreciation, to get awards, appreciation, to be nominated, appreciation. When people appreciate you, you got to show up for them. You know what I'm saying? It don't cost money to show appreciation.
The number of awards he gave out, that junk took thought and consideration, bro. Real talk. Most people, if they do awards at the end of the season, you'll be an offensive defensive player. That's it.
MVP.
This man got lineman, receiver, cornerback. Come on, kicker. Come on, guys. We gotta support that, man. We gotta support that, man. Because I'm telling you, somebody else might say bump it. You know what I mean? Because I'll be that guy. But I'm just saying, this man really feeding into his league. And that junk is super, 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 super dope. And anybody been around this game for any period of time, I gotta say, sometimes that's the problem with some of our youth now, is that entitlement. They're entitled. They just feel like this was supposed to be. But I'm telling you, talk to some of these OGs, they're gonna tell you, nah, buddy, this is not the way it was. This is different. And I'm telling you, somebody who's been around for a long time, this junk different. This is cool. You know what I mean? So don't take this junk for granted. I'm just saying that to y'all. And the All-Star game the same way, man. That junk is, it was all the little contests. The people who came out there, man, it was fun. Everybody was laughing. You know what I mean? James tried to run the 40. It was 50, whatever it was. I don't think he made but 20 yards, but it was funny. Charles said he might get in next year, man. 'Cause, Charles, he thought about getting that in over 35. And he said he might run under 35 because over 35, he would have won that one hands down. So, but shout out to who brought the awards for the fellas. Customized award, that takes time and consideration. Yeah, man. Junk is dope, man. So I just had to say this to everybody, man. I hope next season, man, we really do better. And then the film footage, you know what I mean? This man told everybody, for you guys on the team may not know, but he told all the captains, y'all pay the guy $50, I'm gonna match everybody 50. You know what I mean? And I think you said 6 teams paid. Everybody should pay that 50. Real talk. Because all of y'all looking for the footage. All of you looking for the footage. You know what I'm saying? Everybody looking for it. You know what I mean? So, come on, man. It's, $50 between 20, 10, 15, 20 guys on your team. Come on, man. It's just, I've been easy stuff, man. You know what I mean? The lady doing the pitch. Just the simple stuff, man. These guys giving back to y'all. Take advantage of this stuff. Because if it's gone, y'all going to be complaining. I'm just telling you. Us who've been around a long time ain't never seen it before. This is super dope. You know what I mean? You literally got your film footage of you and every team right there at your fingertips. Come on, man. This junk don't happen, fella. That's all I'm saying. This stuff don't happen. Take advantage of this junk. So, I'm off my soapbox now.
Me too.
All right, James. What you want to talk about the All-Star game?
Well, first I'll respond to what you guys just said. I really appreciate that. It is, some work and thought that goes into planning both the award ceremony and the All-Star games. And like you say, I do it for the enjoyment of the people so that they can know that, I appreciate them. This year, the turnout was disappointing. We've never had one that's low. Of course, we know some of it was due to planned conflicts, and then the other part was just people just not doing it. So I would just ask that captains be more in tune and adamant about having your teams there, because teams tend to follow the lead of the captain. And if the captain isn't there, most likely none of the teams are going to come unless there's a designate. So just, again, like you said, just do it, because each time I try to add something new, add something different, I already know what I got for the next one that I've not done before. And I think the people that show up will enjoy it. And so, just support, That's all. And like you said, it's family friendly. Kids are definitely welcome. It's upstairs in a private part so that there's no adult activity up there. It's just, league. Same as if you're bringing them out to the field. It's up there. The food is free for y'all, that is. Not for my pockets, but it's free for y'all. So just enjoy it and, while we can. That's all. But
and he had a nice selection of food, y'all. Nice selection of food, whole little thing up there, and there's no pressure to even buy anything. They even provide the water, that tea. I mean, it's not even no pressure. You can go up there without spending no money and be full. You know what I mean? If you want to buy you something to drink, cool. But there's no pressure. Man, y'all missed out, man. Y'all tripping.
Missed out. I didn't miss out. I did not miss out. I did not miss, okay?
And as far as the All-Star game, the only thing I would just ask people is communicate. Because like you said, there were alternates. There were people that we could have had to replace these people. But I find that it was crazy because I think each of y'all had somewhere between 25 to 30 players. Luke only had 5 actual players that was on his whole team show up.
Wow.
And I'm like, that's crazy.
That is.
Like, and with a lot of them not even saying that they're not coming. That's the only thing that bothered me. Just tell me so that I can replace you with an alternate and let those people get some because and then all these people complaining about not making it or, but then, so yeah, just because, we still had to pay for the fields. We still had to pay for the refs to come out there, So
Right.
this is kind of like wasting money that we could have, done something better with, or just at least giving the people that wanted to be there to participate a chance to participate. Shout out to United for winning the actual team skills challenge. I do apologize to all the teams. I did not think about the rope when I did the tug of war. It didn't pop in my head that I needed to get a huge rope. I just got a long enough rope. And so I apologize to Andrew from United. Broke his finger.
Dang, for real?
Yeah, because what the rope gave. So when you pulled it, it tightened and restricted. And so a lot of us had it wrapped around our hand. And when that thing restricted, it got tight and was like so. And I didn't think that part particularly through. And so the kicker for United finger got broke.
That's how it happened on his finger.
Yeah, from the tug of war. So
he wild.
but
that boy can kick too. That boy can kick.
He still wanted. He talking about coach, go and put me out there receiver. I said, man, with a broke finger.
Listen, he was going right. But listen, I'll say this for this year. We've had some great competitions. Usually that 4x4 or that 40-yard dash is the highlight. But for this competition, that kicking game was the highlight. Corderic from Rare Form and Andrew from United were battling it out. And the last kicks came at 55-yard attempts. That's how far back we had to move it in order to declare a winner.
Wow.
And they were going at it. They were kicking that ball. I was surprised and impressed that, how they was kicking. I was just as surprised at them as they was at me when I opened it up and kicked it. I knew I could kick. And so when I opened up with the 30-yarder, and they was like, "Oh, James, what's going on?" I'm like, I do this a little bit, but
Playmate.
you know, that. And as far as the run, I had no intention of running that. What happened was there were only 2 people.
Right.
So I said, let me go out there just to add some motivation to it. But I had no intention from the get-go of running that entire race without planning for that. So, no,
Right.
I just went out there to start it off, and then I stopped.
Yeah, you stopped, all right.
And then, yeah, that was that. But I had fun playing. You know, I think everybody that eventually ended up playing enjoyed playing. So, yeah. And a lot of the times we always usually add the ladies too because they have fun with it. But, you know, with the way the women's schedule worked out this season, it didn't allow for them to be there.
Imagine it.
Yeah. So, you know, I apologize to the ladies. You know, you guys are always welcome, and we'll make sure that we try to figure out a way to have you in the next one. But with that being said, Team Angelo won the All-Star game 15-6.
Yep.
So shout out to the North Side over here. He coached.
Made the decision to kick the field goal, although, you know, a lot of guys were like, oh, we got to go for it. But I mean, we're going to kick it.
And, you know,
And he drilled that joke.
I went over and said something to him. I was like, number one, it's an all-star game. That's why at the beginning of the game, I told you we are kicking off because that's why we had kickers.
Right.
I don't want to eliminate their potential of being here. But then at the same time, I told some of the same people, I said, this is what happened when you have a coach that should put egos in check. And you go on kicking when you should be kicking when you have a field goal kicker versus letting your egos go for it. And then, oh, man, you should have caught it. Well, you should have kicked it.
Right.
So that game was really fun, and you know the footage of that is out online. So if you missed it, feel free to go check that out. The footage from the All-Star game is up. I mean the award ceremony. And see, I didn't know. Have you seen the video for that?
Mm-mm.
He did a video for that, and he
Really?
inserted the nominations at the right spots. He put the winners' names down at the bottom. He did a lot for that. I didn't even know he was going to do that. So shout out to again our exceptional videographer for putting that together. So I'll put the video tag in the new captain's chat so you guys can see it. But he did a great job for that.
Orlando said, man, I couldn't let James win. But he did great. Shara made a comment to you, too.
Yeah, so we that was a really
Yeah, Orlando boy, you got to buy there. Who won that anyway? They were neck and neck.
So this was the thing. Caleb was there. He was literally right at the line. And so we originally gave it to him. Mm-hmm. But when we slowed down the video and looked back, although when Caleb was on the line, Orlando leaned that head.
Leaned in.
He leaned that head.
He did the track move on him.
That pulled that track move. And so, wait a minute, the head crossed. So therefore, Orlando ended up winning.
Oh, wow. How about that?
We had Orlando win in the...
I don't care. I know they were neck and neck. I couldn't tell who won.
They were going at it.
Yeah, that was
Orlando
a good race.
won the 36 and over race. Mm-hmm. Rare Form won the kicking competition with the field goal kicking. United won the kickoff. Geo won the quarterback challenge. The tug of war was won by Raiders. The 35 and under was won by...
Caleb said, look at my tape. It's really close. Caleb said, look at the tape. It's really close. Yeah. Now, y'all were neck and neck, man. I couldn't tell who won from the side. I was like, who won that joker?
It was, I mean, like I said, I originally thought Caleb had won it. But when I went and looked back at the tape, we saw Orlando's head lean over. So here we go. I can tell you who won each category. So the quarterback competition was Geo. The punt competition was United. The kickoff competition was United. The field goal was Rare Form. The 36 and up was United. The 35 and under was Georgia Elite. The 4x200 relay was the Raiders. And the tug of war was the Raiders. So overall, in fifth place was Smoke with 225 points. And fourth place was Rare Form with 300 points. And third place was Georgia Elite with 310 points. And second place was Raiders with 371.5 points. And in first place was United with 408 points. So
I'm surprised nobody protested the Georgia Elite race because he got off on a nice little jump.
on the what?
on the fastest man contest, Georgia Elite guy, boy, like he got a nice jump on that end. Me and Charles looking like, boy, that look like a nice little, like he got up a little early right there. Huh?
Did he win?
Yeah, he won.
did win.
Yeah. He got a nice little jump though.
He did win. So so United won.
Just what Charles just said. Head start.
They won $100 off of league registration. So that's what the winner of that guy ended up getting.
That's what's up.
So so good day, perfect weather for it too, all of that. So,
yeah.
So then we had the league meeting yesterday. I guess we can talk about that.
Tell Jane to answer my question.
What was the question?
She wants a 35 and up co-ed league.
Who said that?
Share
A 35 and up co-ed league. That would be interesting. That would be fun, honestly. Yeah. I mean, I'm getting questions fielded for a 35 and up 8 men's league as well. So I told them that, we'll see what happens with that. We can put that out there and see how that rolls.
Interesting.
I've already trademarked that though, so if you see it in Atlanta again, I said it first.
How about that?
But so we had the league meeting yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It went good. Unfortunately, we lost some
She
teams.
said the men have enough.
First, I'll start out by saying shout out and happy retirement to one of our most favorited quarterbacks. I believe he's finally hung up his cleats. And, we're all going to miss him on the field. He gave us some dynamic highlights with his, extreme quarterback prowess, slicing up defenses.
Hey, man, I was stuck when he first started.
He coined the phrase.
So,
the phrase.
Happy retirement to T-Mac. He said he's hung it up. So
Matt Brady.
Patriots will not be back. I mean, we're all gonna miss him. He gave us a lot of things to enjoy with football, a lot of laughter that came along with that. So,
He created his own slogan for flag football that's gonna live on.
Own slogan.
Gracias por ser. We got a Gracias por Ser award. Don't nobody want that award.
maybe we should add that award next season. the Real Kilpatrick Gracias por Ser award. Oh, that would be hella funny.
Oh,
but so but in seriousness, great career, T-Mac.
They say hang him up, huh?
Patriots is over. And then LOZ will be taking a season off this season to regather themselves.
Let the vultures begin.
Predators will also be taking a season off to regather.
Billy missed the meeting again.
Well, no, Billy did not miss the meeting.
Okay.
Billy called me in advance and made me aware that, they would not be playing. They have to, reanalyze their roster. They had a couple of retirements on that team as well. Nothing to see there. But and then we also lost a fly by night.
They flew by night, huh?
I'm gonna say this, and I've said it to teams over and over again, and I can't stop saying it. When you bring in these new players and you set in the culture of your team, you cannot let people play for free. People that pay for free do not respect what you put in.
They do.
You know,
not.
and that's what, you know, that's why I'm, you know, so very stern when it comes to running my business about, you know, what I do, because again, people will take advantage of it. I tell all these captains, you know, there's been several teams that have come and gone, several players, and I listen to the stories. Stop, make them pay. If they can't pay, then they can't play. You know, because you watch them spend that money all the time outside of the football world. And if paying your portion of the team fees, which I don't know of any team that, you know, is more than $50-$60 for a season minus the uniforms. But, you know, it just sets a bad precedence to allow people, because now it's telling, oh, well, if he doesn't have to play, why should I have to pay? You know, and then if everybody start getting that attitude, then you ain't no money to be paid. So, you know, going forward, when y'all bringing in these new players, coaches, make them pay. Don't let nobody get
pay. Make them pay.
You know.
Because they will not respect it, buddy. Believe that.
They won't. And so, you know.
They will have you have no skin in the game.
Mm-mm. And then the captains are forced to put up all this money. And then it's like, well, they'll look at it the other way. Well, we know he want to play, so he going to pay for it, so we really ain't got to. You know, so make them pay. But with that being said, we did, Asylum is officially a team now. They're in the league.
There's some free agents out there, Asylum.
So we gained them. Paid in Full is actually playing a full season schedule this year. They're available for that. So we have 15 teams.
Wait a minute. My boy, I thought my boy team was coming back. I just realized that. God, dog.
Yeah, we didn't see him either.
Can we retire that name now? It's 2 seasons out. It should be officially retired. Retire that name with Brady.
Yeah, I thought he was going to make it back, but he didn't. So, but yeah, so, you know, but again, we got 15 game teams. We got 15 teams solid, ready to play. And you know, we're going to kick this thing off on June 9th, like we talked about. There was one change in the meeting that we had. We will not have a bye week for Father's Day. It was basically a unanimous decision that everybody wanted to play that week. So we added Father's Day back to the schedule. And we'll have a big old cookout out there for the family, for the teams, and you know, so we'll have some
more than some of y'all gonna get.
So yeah, so with that, and then the official league bye week will be the 23rd, January 23rd, and that'll be for the Virginia Beach tournament as well as the Colorado tournament for those teams that are going to play in those 2 tournaments. We'll have those weeks off, that week off, and then so, you know, barring any unforeseen circumstances, the league should wrap up on July 21st. I'll try to work on the schedule.
That's right before Brawl, ain't it?
The week before Brawl, yes. So I'll try to get a schedule, at least something look similar before I leave. By Saturday night, because then I'll be out of the country. I leave in the morning, but I'll try to work on it before I get out of the country. But you'll get it at some point before the season. Full payment is due on June the 2nd. I encourage teams, once again, to go ahead and add that extra $20 to the team, what you're asking for, and go ahead and get your ref fees out of the way in advance so that you're not sitting there begging each week for ref fees. You know, yeah, make the teams pay for it. Make the players pay for it. They playing, it's out there, get it in advance. And then the registration is open, so all captains can go in and register so that their teams can go back by and register as well. What else did we talk about? Any other stuff that was pertinent that players was asking about? I mean, we had some stuff.
Uniforms.
Oh yeah, you know, of course, uniforms. We made it clear that this year there will be no hodgepodge of uniforms out there at the playoff. Everybody, it's in the rules. We're going to enforce it. So if you don't know what that is, go and read the rules. I'm not going to tell you, because when you tell you, they don't read anything else, and I constantly hear, I didn't know. If you didn't know, unfortunately, you just go ahead to suffer the consequences of what the rule book say, because it's there. We make it available, and it's up to every single person to read it, because once registration closes, we send it to every single person. So there's no excuse for nobody to say they didn't know, because every player that's registered for the league get a copy of it. But
That was it. That most of it right there.
yeah, that was pretty much it. Then, of course, Brawl for It All is July 26th, 27th, 28th. And the Bayou Brawl is Labor Day weekend, August 31st, September 1st. So we're excited about expanding down to New Orleans. A lot of players seem to be excited about coming out of that tournament as well. So, yeah.
That's gonna be dope.
But that's what we got. That's what we got for the league so far. Any questions that anybody?
What you have an 8-man? What are you gonna have in New Orleans?
8-man, 8 women, 7s and 5s.
Okay. So
yeah.
you got everything, everybody. Okay. So that's,
Yeah.
you said name them. Name what? What are you asking to name? I'm not really sure what you're asking. Avery's claiming Big Smoke back-to-back champs. I hear you. You going undefeated too, Avery? Speak on it. Okay. He told me, they said we're going to swing by. I'll see him in a minute.
January 23rd. I mean, do you mean June 23rd, Avery?
I think he's saying that you said January instead of July, I think. I think that's what he's saying. I'm not sure.
Oh.
What's the roster max? Avery's asking, what's the roster max?
Oh, for what? The tournament?
Season, I guess the league.
Oh, that ain't changed. It's the same.
Can't recruit everybody, Avery. Unless you're going to cut some.
Name what, Christian?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what he was asking. Oh, one thing you did, there's no decision on the playoffs yet, right? You were thinking about it last night. With 15 teams.
Oh, we're going to do 12.
So it'll be 12.
It will be 12.
Okay. 6 and 6.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
That just keep an even number.
Say it again.
Like, are you anticipating some teams not winning no games or something? Or you just want to just not? Like, what if you have 4 teams with identical records at the bottom? It's going to go. All of them get cut. I mean, somebody got to still get cut.
But nah, one of them going to make it.
One of them going to make it.
Well, I mean, because again,
So it's going to be 12 no matter what.
yeah, we'll do 12.
Okay. All right. 12 teams, man.
It
12
makes it
teams
more
playoff.
important. And like I said, if we have, it's a tie for 12 and 13, you know, we did discuss a play-in game, you know.
Yeah, he's still at Carver and same 2 schools, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We still at Carver. I met with the Carver a few days earlier this week. Actually on yesterday. Yeah, met with Carver yesterday. So we are good to go for Carver and McNair. So
I was just thinking about it, man. 2 out of the 3 teams that didn't make the playoffs this season, 2 of them out the league, huh?
Uh-huh.
Interesting.
Yep.
Who was the 3rd team that didn't make it? Do you remember?
P&L.
They weren't really considered, were they?
Yeah, that's why they didn't. So
Oh,
we
really?
took 14.
Oh,
So-
so it's only 2, technically 2
Technically
teams
it
that
was
played the whole
2,
season.
yeah.
Oh, and it's the 2 not in the league.
Yeah.
That's ironic enough. What 2 teams left? Oh, you missed the retirement ceremony for Brady. James gave a whole retirement speech for Brady, man. Brady's hanging him up with the Patriots. They all going fishing together, as they say on what's the basketball show? and LOZ. LOZ, Patriots, and Predators are not back in the league. Right.
Yeah.
Just those three.
And Fly By Night.
And Fly By Night. Oh, it's 4.
Yeah.
LOZ, Patriots, Fly By Night, and Predators.
Yes. But Predators and LOZ.
It's about time.
But our Predators and LOZ will be returning the following season. They just took the season off.
Had to regroup, huh?
Yeah, just had to regroup. That's all. I think, everybody goes through a period of that, reorganization. Yeah, so that's what we got on that. And then for some of you who may or may not know, we kicked off our softball season, our 5-star softball. This was the second week out here. It's been going cool so far. Last week, I don't know if y'all saw, but Man was our player of the week.
Saw that.
He balled out, had a few home runs out there. Good player, great player. I got
that kid's an athlete.
Get the stuff together to figure out, see who the player of the week is this week. But it's really fun out there. We're playing at Carver. So, if you ain't doing nothing on a Thursday night, come sit out there and catch some of the games. It's going great. We'll probably put out the registration for the next season in a couple of weeks because everybody was asking for it, and we got some teams that were trying to sign up now, but it's too late now, so they can catch them in the next season. So kickball is really, the softball is really taking off.
That's what's up. He's asking the teams this season, so.
The teams for the season. Oh, okay, Christian, my bad. Everybody but those 4 we know.
Yeah. And they added 2.
So we got, let me see, start with Gas, 4-4, Georgia Elite, United, Raiders, Joe World, Outsiders, Outcast, Rare Form, DOA, Paid in Full, Asylum, Shockwave. I'm missing two. Swamp Bucks and Outsiders. Yeah, so it's 15 teams. Yeah.
Sarah said, sign up. They need more females out there in that softball field. All right, good deal. So June 2nd, payment due for the league. League starts June 16th. What you said, right?
June 9th.
June 9th.
June 9th.
What was June 16th? What was something June 16th?
That was Father's Day.
Oh,
that was
okay.
the day that everybody voted
I know
to
something
play.
said June 16th. So league fee due June 2nd. Season starts June 9th. Bye week is June 21st or something.
3rd.
23rd, whatever that weekend is.
Yeah.
All right. Bet. All right.
Oh, let me just reiterate that the league fees are due Sunday, June 2nd. Not when you get paid Friday, June 5th. Because if you get paid Friday, June 5th, that means you get paid the Friday before. And if you don't get paid the Friday before, you get paid the Friday before that. So there are about 2 to 3 Fridays between now and then that you can get paid for. Please don't come in here talking about you didn't get paid. You didn't pay. Some player didn't pay because you waiting on them. If you think they're going to pay you, why don't you just pay the money and let them pay you back? If you know they're going to pay, why I got to wait? Why the league got to wait?
Avery said Gas want Raiders out the gate.
Man, did you see the captain's chat was
It was lit
listen,
for a minute, wasn't it?
I created it, and within 2 minutes, it was jumping. God dang, that thing was lit.
Yeah, it was interesting.
But yeah, the matchups will be out probably once I get back in the country, somewhere
That's right. You better go celebrate the big 5-0, huh?
Yes.
Jay's going country gallivanting.
I leave tomorrow. Well, my flight leaves at 8:00 in the morning.
Oh, wow.
And I will return on May the 17th to change luggage. And then I'll go back out May 19th and be back on June 5th.
God dog. All that for the birthday?
Yeah.
Whoa, hey.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You only got one life to live, buddy.
Yeah.
Only got one. Live it up.
What is it?
That's dope.
Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Virgin Islands, Barcelona, Rome, Egypt, Amsterdam.
Any of these cruises, all these flights and trains and what?
The first 3 are cruise.
Okay.
And then I'll come back from that, run off to Chicago, and come back from Chicago. That's when I'll change suitcases and then go to.
That's dope. Well, we'll say happy birthday to James now. Happy birthday, man.
Once,
you only turned 51,
and that's a big milestone, especially realistically for back men. Statistically, they love to try to not let us be here at this age or be free at this age. So, I'm definitely celebrating and thanking God for His many blessings.
Absolutely.
So,
yes, sir. Still be healthy, moving, tempted to run a 40 and all that stuff at 50. That's wonderful. That's impressive.
I
would have did it. Maybe at 50 I might have, but not now.
Like I said, you gotta enjoy things
right about that,
while
man.
you still have the opportunity.
100%.
Because at some point in time, due to whatever reason, we no longer will have that opportunity. Whether it be health, finances, some of the stuff might not even be here no more. You know what I'm saying? So you just gotta enjoy it while it's here, and plan for today and live for tomorrow.
100%, man. Well, I'm gonna say this to y'all as we sign off. I say this Tuesday at the podcast. I'm gonna say it again, man. Take time, do your homeboy, homegirl check in, cause what you said is so real, man. I went to 6 funerals last year, and every person's funeral was younger than me. Every one of them was younger than me. So, for various reasons, man. So, do your homeboy, homegirl check in, man. You know what I mean? Reach out to them, man. Send them a text message, phone call. Just check on your folks, man. Because you never know. This life is so precious. Enjoy every minute of it.
Oh, you really look at it. Lost in the past 3 to 4 years. Yeah. You have to definitely check on people.
Yeah, man.
And, because you never know when the last time will be.
Absolutely. All right, Jay, got anything else, buddy? Before you go off here in this travel world?
I do not. Avery said I said outsiders twice, so I'm trying to look to see
Who you might have missed. I have no idea.
Big Swamp, Joe World, DOA, Smoke, Outlaws, Shockwave, United, Outcast, Outsiders, Georgia Elite, Georgia Raiders, Rare Form, and then
DOA?
Paid in Full and Asylum. So is that 14? Oh. Okay. Yeah, but anyway, we'll get it when I get home and look at all that money who paid. We'll know then. Because if they ain't paid, they not playing.
Well, we know it's 15 teams, 12 in the playoffs, and there it is. Anything else, James?
Nah, I'm good. Gucci.
Good, Dwayne? Hey, man, ATL Flag Football Podcast, man, and we'll see y'all in a couple weeks. We out.